Deep in the heart of Accra, a wheel spins at the offices of the National Lottery Authority, turning round the fortunes of many and raking millions in revenues. Revenues which are crucial to the socio-economic development of a developing country like Ghana.
49, 50.
Over the past 50 years of lottery in Ghana, one of the institutions that has greatly contributed to the development of Ghana is the National Lottery Authority, NLA. Established in 1958 as the Department of National Lotteries, the then department held its first draw in 1962 after the Lotto and Betting Act 94 was passed 2 years earlier.
We're talking about the infrastructure. It wasn't the best, but I thought that it wasn't bad either. At the time, I believe that it was good structures that we had there, because I was used to what I was using in the military, and it compared very well. The lotteries looked even superior to some of the military things, so I thought it was a good place. But with time, the place has been modernized. What it looked like in those days, 1986, 87, does not come anywhere near to what exists now. Now they have beautiful structures, and we congratulate the lotteries and government for having done what they have.
The then director of Department of the National Lotteries, Mr. F.W. Brennan, introduced the first fixed odds lottery in Ghana.
The first product in our portfolio is the fixed odds 590 game, which is the oldest in the world, and I believe the only remaining game of this nature in the world. This product has been traditionally known as National Lotto. It was played on only Saturdays, and with time we have allowed the game to be played daily, Monday to Saturday.
The fixed odds was an instant hit. With a fast-growing number of patrons and stakers, the Department of National Lotteries began encountering some challenges.
Let me take you back to about 1962, thereabouts. Lotteries in Ghana was predominantly manual. And when we say manual, the then Department of National Lotteries, set up by an Act of Parliament, printed its own coupons and sold to the public. Now we also had accredited lotto receivers called agents at the time, who would also lift the books from here to the regions and sell to the stakers or players of our game. Now at the end of the day, before the draw is effected, we would have to collect in all the sold coupons before the draw. And predominantly you will say that the lottery was then centralized in Ghana. Now all coupons printed in Accra distributed to the regions and districts. Now after the sale, all will have to come to Accra for the manual validation process to be done. Now even after the wins, if you were in Tamale, Wa, Boku, and you won a lottery at the time, you have to drive all the way down to Accra to be paid, and this was not the best for our patrons of the game.
It comes with a lot of inconvenience, even to the department, the then department, and the NLA. Then even to some of the receivers, because when you sell, whether it is raining or not, you have to find a way into NLA to check your parcels. Failure to do that, when there are winnings, you have to pay. And to the organization itself, it opens so many ways for fraudulent deals. Because if you don't have somebody who have got the department at heart, they will connive with lotto receivers and sometimes outsiders to the organizations.
To tackle the challenges of the old manual, a new system was introduced in 1979 called the mechanized coupons, an improvement over the manual coupons. However, the NLA-DNL's modernization and automation started in 2003 and eventually ended all manual operations in 2011 after the introduction of 10,000 Lotto terminals called the Portable Automated Data Processing Machines for its Lotto marketing companies.
We started deploying the portable automated data machines, which we are using to replace the manual lottery. This device has brought a lot of benefits to the NLA.
This also meant that private participation was allowed into the industry, and the idea was that the private lotto operators would raise revenue to support the various district assemblies. So within a space of 2-3 years, we had over 120 private lotto operators who had registered in one district administration or the other.
National Lotteries, as it was set up, was supposed to run lotteries and other games envisaged by the law, so that we contribute whatever we make to the government's revenue.
The modernization of the DNL, which had been an ongoing exercise, culminated in the Act of Parliament in 2006. The Department of National Lotteries, DNL, hence became the National Lotteries Authority, NLA.
As we speak now, we have one thing in mind, that lottery is technologically driven throughout the whole world, and NLA cannot stay behind technology. So as a first step, we've automated our operations.
This is our main server room where we host all the 5 PM connectivities that come from the various machines. So you have the IP addresses of the various machines. We have the connectivity status, whether the connection was successful or not. They have the date, they have the time. So it's always online, keeps updating every second, and we're able to know which ones are working or not, and work on them.
It was necessary to create a new law that embraced technology and also make sure that the right people operated in the lottery business. For example, there was a law which in the interim had come into being, that private operators could operate under the district assembly level. This didn't happen because they all operated nationally. The government was finding it very difficult to collect revenues from such operators.
So far we have deployed 5,000 of these machines, which means that 5,000 new jobs have been created. Since we started the project, we have realized 25% increase in our revenue coming directly from the PAT PMs. This year we have grown 50%, and what I'm saying is the PAT PM is responsible for half of that growth.
Having resolved the initial position to the automation of the NLA operations, the NLA has seen a marked improvement in its ability to offer better services to patrons and stakers of NLA raffles and lotteries.
Now, we've made it business so simple. We've brought the business to the doorstep of all stakeholders of the business, i.e. the LMC, the lotto marketing companies. And what we do now is, they don't come predominantly to our premises, but we're giving them a platform called the Fast Credit Platform, in which they go to any of our partner banks to load up credit onto their point of sale terminals.
With the modernization of the NLA also came the automation of NLA's lottery operations, arguably the most important initiative in the 50 years of lottery history, but also the most challenging.
Ghana has been a very conservative society, and the society used to frown on lottery. When you mention the NLA, the picture that will come to mind is gamblers, recklessness, all the vices that you can think of. And this stigma has been the bane of the authority for a long time.
It is good for the public to know that before the draw is done, there is a pre-draw process where audit downloads all the stakes done for a particular draw, the sales, number of stakers, and before the actual draw, that is downloaded. And during the draw, there is a panel. The draw committee is made up of audit, operations, a judge from Ministry of Justice, and a representative from the Finance Ministry. Before the draw takes place, a committee member goes to inspect the balls. And the actual draw process, the public is invited to press the keys for these numbers to be picked. So NLA is not involved in the actual draw process. It is between the balls, the draw machine, and the public.
The most important benefit of the new automated system so far is the increase in revenues. Currently, the NLA now runs 7 separate branded products, including its flagship, the National Weekly Lottery.
National Lotteries, as it was set up, was supposed to run lotteries and other games envisaged by the by the law so that we contribute whatever we make to the government's revenue. And therefore, our revenue to government does a lot of things that you see around in terms of development, particularly, and also to make sure that there is enough to balance the government's budget also. We've done help communities in schools and health especially. Currently, we're very interested in libraries, making sure that children read and get access to computers.
The NLA has also been involved in major infrastructure development across the country as part of its corporate social responsibility. Some of these include the Bunsu Methodist Junior High School, for which it constructed a new classroom block in 2009, the Children's Ward of Tema General Hospital, the Ankaful Leprosarium, and the inauguration of the 6th classroom block and a medical staff bungalow in Swedru Agona. The authority also supports sports through the Ghana Black Star Supporters Union, among others. The NLA has created over 5,500 jobs with the introduction of portable automated data processing machines in the first phase of the project, which started in 2010. A total of over 10,000 jobs will be created on the entire automation platform when the project is completed.
We cover the whole country. We are nationwide, and therefore we need to make sure that decisions are taken on time and rightly in these other centers. Therefore, what we've done is make sure that the centers have enough structures and their systems that will make them take decisions that impact in their areas and take them quickly too, and not wait for the center to instruct before they take those decisions.
As the NLA celebrates 50 years of supporting national development through infrastructure development and economic empowerment, what are its aspirations for the future?
Looking forward, we are looking to create advantages that can bring products to people easily and can make them access the lotteries very easily. Create products that run within the current environment and make people more aware that staking lottery or staking lotto is not only about trying to win, it's about contributing to government. There's always a win-win situation. And looking forward, we want to create products that will create this win-win situation, both for people who stake and also for the government. The question you ask is, in future, how can we make this product an African product or a world product so that it can be played everywhere easily? And that's the challenge that we'll have to fulfill, and we will fulfill in the coming future. We're getting our systems right, we're getting our networks right, and therefore it will be possible to cut across even Africa, and we're hoping to do that. Next 2 years will be very exciting, but I think that we will get
there. The brand NLA has come to stay, and to our stakeholders we say thank you for supporting us through the transformation of NLA, and then we say we continue to work with you for the years to come. Thank you, and wish you all a happy anniversary.
We the people of Treasury says
Aiko to NLA.
I want to seize this opportunity to wish the management and staff of the NLA a happy 50th anniversary celebrations, and I hope 50 years on from now, God willing, if we are alive, we're going to see a better NLA.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all stakeholders, the LMCs, the lotto receivers out there, the staff, management, everybody who in diverse ways have contributed to the success of NLA. We would not want to take the credit alone. The players out there, the stakers out there have also helped a lot. I want to wish them all the best. My message is that may the years ahead of us be very fruitful, so that NLA would contribute meaningfully, substantially into the consolidated fund for national development. NLA, development through games.
For 50 years of hard work, I would like to say Ayeko to both past and present employees of DNL and NLA. And long live National Lottery Authority, long live the Republic of Ghana.
As the NLA enters its second half century, its future could not be brighter, which means a world of good, not just for lottery retailers and stakers, but to all Ghanaians, as its contributions to economic and social development gets bigger and bigger. NLA, development through games.